Alright, guys, this is Colt West you're watching. Now, this little video I'm going to make is a sort of kind of a beginner's guide to Fishing Planet. If you first start out, you want to be sure that you pay attention to what you're doing. And if you don't know, look it up on YouTube, ask somebody. But when you're going through your inventory, you see I have a reel here, and a rod, and line, all this stuff. You can't just take any pole like you can in real life and put a reel on it. You have to have a certain pole, a certain reel that fits each other for certain things. Now, for beginners purposes, I will go ahead and leave the lake I'm on. And that's how much money I made for the fish I caught. In the beginning of the game, it's been a while, so I don't know exactly how long or how much they give you or how they do it. But you'll have a chance to get your poles and stuff. You know, I think it's one to start, maybe two. Yeah, I think it's two. Anyways, you're gonna go over here to your shop, right? Now, never press X or circle for that matter. I don't like the circle button either. Before you're sure that you're on the right thing. Your left stick, how they do this interface is really weird. Your left stick is going to go through your top little menus here. Your left stick down and up is going to go through the sub menu. And say for instance you want to go to rods. Okay, then you want to go to, say, match rods. You're going to press X. Then this is where you don't want to hit X, circle, or none of this shit. You want to be very careful. Okay, your directional pad over here, down and up, is going to go through your filter on your left. Your left and right on your D-pad, when you're, say like, if you go over here to licenses, and then you're going to press, say, Alaska. Okay, still, your up and down arrow keys are going to go through your fucking filter over here. Okay, but then you're going to move your right stick. See your right stick? It's fucking moving in between your advanced and basic license columns. Okay, that's all good. And you see you hit your left stick again, and you see you're going through all this at the top again. Okay, every button does something different. Just because on this game, just because you're highlighted on something, like say we're on basic licenses, okay, that doesn't mean your left stick's going to control that now. What you have to do for this is you're going to use your right and left directional arrows. Now you're going down and up. See? So be very careful when you're going through this shit. R1 and L1, obviously, top, missions, shop, inventory. Okay, let me show you one more thing. Say you're going to lures, and you wanna look through your crankbaits. Okay, how do I get to the next page? There's got to be more crankbaits. R2 and L2. Page 2, page 3. Okay, your search bar up here. I have not used my little search bar yet. Oh, there it is. Okay, so your down and up arrow keys that go through your filter. You're gonna press up till it highlights reset all. Then you're gonna press Then you're gonna press right. Well, should have worked. Anyways, I've never used the search bar because I don't need it, because all this stuff over here. If you want to use search bar, oh, there it is, right on the bottom of your screen. I've got things in front of my TV. I didn't see it. Okay. Your square, obviously search bar. And so the bottom is also going to show you everything I just told you. All your buttons. But anyways, back to the rods and reels that I was explaining to you guys. You're going to go over to your rods. You're going to go down. You're going to go to telescopic. Okay, so you want a telescopic rod. On the right hand side over here, you'll see 2 green squares and a cluster of 4 squares. Okay, obviously it's self-explanatory. You've got a spinning reel on your top left, a casting reel on your top right, a bobber, which is used for live bait, worms, crickets, flies, grasshoppers. Sorry guys, controller died. Anyways, stuff like that. And your bottom right is going to be well, sorry guys again. I guess my second controller wasn't charged for some reason. Anyways, so I just plugged my controller into the dock and I'm holding the whole goddamn thing. The dock and the controller. Okay, so your bottom right is going to be your fake lures and stuff like that. So you can't put one of these poles with a bobber and a casting reel. You can't put one of these poles with a spinning reel and fake lures. When you go to your inventory and you try to put all this together, you're going to be like, what the fuck? Because it's not going to work. It won't let you. And I'm not going to show you because I'm not going to take my shit apart. Just trust me, it won't let you. So make sure you're paying attention. When you go to your goddamn, let me I'm trying to remember what shows it and what doesn't. There are some of these there it is. Okay, you see you got your rattlesnake worm. You see the coins, it wants you to spend 5 coins. I advise you not to spend all your coins. If it says 1 coin like this and you want some worms, okay, fine. But it's harder to get coins than it is money. You don't get coins very fast. You need coins for unlimited licenses. Anyways, on the right hand side again, excuse me guys, this tells you that you can use these fake worms on a spinning reel and a casting reel, because obviously the bottom right hand side is the icon for the fake worm. It's a lure icon, so it's telling you that you can use this on a casting reel and a spinning reel. Okay, you asked the question, how can I use this on a spinning reel if you just showed me a rod that used a spinning reel that you could only use a bobber on? Well, you go back over to your rods and you click here on spinning rods. Now the game has changed. Your spinning rod can use a spinning reel and a fake lure. So if you go down to your telescopic rods, which I showed you before, spinning reel and bobber. You go down to your match rods. What the fuck? Alright, go down to your match rods, spinning reel and bobber only. Go down to your casting rods, spinning, casting reel and fake lure. Your feeder rods. Notice it doesn't say that you can use a bobber or a fake lure. Most people don't know what feeder rods are. They don't know it. They don't know what, like they've never fished like this before. Well, your feeder rods, they have feeders, and I'll show you those. If I can find them again. Alright, these are little feeder deals. You see over here on the bottom right, it tells you that when you throw it, the rock instantly opens up and releases the bait upon hitting the water's surface. Okay, so basically it's like chumming the water where you want to with a pole. So you see on the right hand side, it doesn't have any green squares or squares at all. That's because it's self-explanatory, sorta. You got to put it on a spod rod, which you'll see spod rod right here. Okay, now the feeder rods. After you've done chum the water, done whatever, you're gonna get you a feeder rod if you like this kind of fishing. I really don't, so that's why I don't have one yet. You're gonna go over here to terminal tackle, and you've got cage feeders and method feeders. Your cage feeders are gonna be cages. You've got open and you've got closed. Oh shit. You've got open and closed. Okay, it'll tell you over here on the bottom right. Plastic feeder with lead sinker. The fins improve in flight stability and prevent rolling. Durable, environmentally friendly. Or environmental friendly. So basically, I haven't used one of these, so I don't know exactly what it does. But you're still chumming the water. Okay. Now I don't know if you catch the fish inside of these feeders, or if you chum the water like the spods and then you fish, but you have to have a feeder rod for these. You go back to your terminal tackle and you go to method feeders. Okay, you've got all these flat feeders here. Okay, so apparently all these feeders, you're not catching fish with them. You're just feeding the fish. I mean, just like this, it says carp fishing. That means you're gonna feed the fish, and then you're gonna fish for the fish with a regular rod. Now I'm pretty sure that in real life somewhere they have feeders that also catch the fish too, but like I said, I don't do that. I've never done that, and I've never done it on the game either. Now eventually maybe I will, but like I said, be careful with all of your shit. Like, see, I'm using my right stick for all these. It'll save you all rods, all tools, especially like stuff like your keep nets and stringers. Keep nets are for tree huggers, in my opinion. Now they are very good, you know. I would use a keep net in places like high-speed waters and shit like that, where the fish can't rip off of the stringer because it's in a keep net. But for the most part, I don't like keep nets. Now, I will say that a keep net is easier to use in real life because it's easier to get the fucking fish out. And that's one of the only reasons I would use them. But in the game, you really don't want to use them. At first, buy a couple up here because these are going to be better than the stringers. Now, once you get to like, you know, level 14, 15, even 13, your stringers are going to be better. So make sure you read everything when you're doing this shit. Max single fish weight, 1 pound. That means that you cannot put a fish in this keep net that is over 1 pound. It's too big for the keep net. And then it says total fish weight, 4 pounds. So that means you can have 4 1-pound fishes in this keep net. Okay, let's go down to another one. This one, max single fish weight, 66 pounds. Now I don't even know how that's fucking possible. This keep net has to be bigger than the fucking lake. Okay. Fucking max single fish weight, 66 pounds. That means one fish can weigh up to 66 pounds, and you can stick his big ass in here. The total fish weight is 154. Well, I'm not doing the math, but that means you can put one fish that weighs up to 66 pounds in this keep net and keep on putting fish that weigh under or at 66 pounds a piece in here until you reach 154 pounds. Now your stringers, same difference, but in real life, if you don't know fishing, like if you don't fish in real life, I'll explain this to you. These stringers, what you do is you take you see these little clasps on the end. Okay, those aren't short like they are on this. How this works is you're gonna take, in real life they have a little slack to them. They're longer. So you're gonna take it, you're gonna run it through the fish's gills, and you're going to clasp it so the fish can still swim in the water and get water through his gills, or oxygen. He can breathe. Then you're gonna put another fish on the next hook and run it through his gills and clasp it, and then they're both swimming, and you just keep on doing that. And I have seen a lot of people, including myself, just stick them in a cooler full of ice, and once you get back to wherever you're going, you fucking fillet them. You don't even have to keep them on a stringer, just let them die in the cooler. Just keep them on ice. But once again, read. Don't be lazy. In this game, you need your money, and it's hard to get money. And then once you waste it, you can't get it back. And even if you can sell, say like a rod, you wasted money on a rod and you want to sell it, you can, but you're only going to get like a quarter of what you paid for it. So obviously this is the one I have. It says that it's in my backpack right now. If it has a house icon, that means it's in your home storage, not your backpack. Your backpack is what you take to the lake. Your home storage is what you don't have when you go to the lake. It's everything you left at home, and you will not be able to use it unless it's in your backpack. Obviously, max single fish weight 13 pounds. Total fish weight 44. So every fish I catch can be up to 13 pounds. And I can keep on catching fish and putting them on the stringer until I hit 44 pounds. Then I have to leave the lake, cash in my fish. And well, you don't have to leave the lake. If you have, say, if you buy a basic license for 4 days, you can just press square and go to the next day, and it'll sell your fish. But I generally buy 1 day licenses, and I fill it up and I leave. That's usually what I do. But because I work and I don't have time to sit here and play this game constantly, and even if I did, I wouldn't want to. So I buy a 1 day license, I fill my shit up and I leave. Or I buy unlimited licenses too, so you never have to get rid of those. You fucking buy an unlimited license and you pay to travel for 1 day and you fish. But that's basically it. Like, be careful when you are dealing with this shit. Also, you got your purse in here. When you go to the shop, I'm not going to show you this because it's self-explanatory now that I've showed you everything else. When you go to your shop and you look through all this, you'll see your little jackets here. Okay, well, you see I selected my jacket, and up at the top left it'll say Comfort Camper. That's my jacket I'm wearing. Durability 80. My durability is 66 out of 80 because I've been wearing it for a while. Tackles, I can carry 7 in my jacket. Lines 2. So you see that I have 4 lines on my backpack on the right hand side. Okay, that's because I could also carry a line in my little tackle box, whatever you want to call this. It's not a tackle box. The very next level, 16, I'm on 15. The very next level, I'll get my new tackle box. But now I don't know why I have an extra. I'm allowed to carry that extra 218. I think it's because it's still the same line. It's just a cut of that line, so it still fits, but or it just separates it. But you've got little fishing pole cases. Mine carries 2. I'm about to get one that carries 3, and I might get one that carries 6 if I want to start using the feeder and spot rods that I showed you guys. And yes, before you ask that question, if you go to tools and equipment and you go to rod cases, there's only one page, and they have one that carries 7 rods, 6 reels. They've got one that carries 4, 7 rods and 2 reels. Which, don't even ask me why an idiot would buy this thing. Why would you carry 7 rods and 2 reels? I don't know about you, but when I'm fishing, I don't want to fucking be switching out rods and reels and back and forth, and fuck that shit. Like, I'm fixing to buy another reel and another rod, just so I don't have to switch my fake bait lures, my actual lures to, I don't want to have to switch back and forth from my lures to my fake worms and my fake thises and that's, because you could put a lure on your pole, but when you want to put a fake worm on it, you have to put a jig head on it, take the lure off, or take the lure off, put a jig head, and then put a worm. And I'm fixing to buy a whole nother pole and reel, just so I don't have to switch them back and forth. So why would you buy this case? Anyways, read what you're doing. Be very careful with this game. Save your money, save your coins, and have fun playing Fishing Planet.